There is a lot of rapidly changing information regarding COVID-19 and how to best protect yourself and other people from getting infected with the virus. However, the food safety recommendations are pretty well established and not that different from basic food safety guidelines. Welcome to the channel. My name is Jason. I'm your cooking coach. Today I was at the grocery store and I had the realization that today might be an important day to make this video. Using guidelines from the US CDC, USDA, FDA, and nearly 10 years of my own experience in the hospitality industry, I'm going to show you how to safely wash your produce after getting it home from the grocery store. Make sure you're covering your face when you're out in public. At this time, there's no evidence that the virus is being transferred through food consumption. Where the virus is being transferred is through human contact and surface contact. So it's really unlikely that you'll get infected after eating food, especially if you're cooking it, because the virus can't survive high heats like cooking temperatures. You could still get infected with the virus if you touch contaminated surfaces and then touch your face. So let's wash our food carefully. What I'm going to show you today is basic food safety. You should be following these tips all the time, whether we're facing a pandemic or not. Washing your produce is always a good idea. Produce grows around manure, insects, birds, and just other things you may not want to put in your mouth. After produce is harvested, it spends days on trucks, in shipping containers, distribution warehouses, coolers, more trucks, goes to a grocery store, maybe another distribution center, all before being put out on the shelves where you and I get to go poke and prod at it. So if you follow my simple steps for washing your produce, you can reduce your likelihood of foodborne illness and getting sick. The first thing we need to do is wash our hands. So we're going to use hot water and soap, and we're going to wash our hands for a minimum of 20 seconds. Make sure you get underneath your fingernails, clean your palms, the back of your hands, in between your fingers. Don't skip your thumbs. Give your hands a good scrubbing. While you're scrubbing your hands and you've got a few seconds, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Or come hang out with me on Twitch, where I'm cooking live 3 nights a week, answering your questions and helping you become a better and more efficient cook. Now that our hands are clean, let's move on. We will be using our hands to scrub our produce. We're not going to use that gross dish sponge we all have laying around. Under running water, make sure you're scrubbing the roots of any produce, getting any trapped dirt and debris free, and just give everything a good clean scrubbing. We don't want any dirt hanging out on the surface of our produce that will then be chopped into our produce later. For leafy greens like lettuce, make sure you separate it thoroughly, make sure there's no bugs hiding inside, and rinse them under running water. You can also swish leafy greens in a large bucket of water and let all the debris settle. But I like to use my hands and kind of clean all the ribs and make sure I'm getting good agitation on the produce to knock all the debris loose. For an item like an orange or a banana, I still give it a rinse. I don't want anything living on that skin or on the peel to get on my hands, which will then go right into my mouth. So just give it a good scrub. These are simple steps to washing your produce. That's it. Again, this is basic food safety that you should be following all the time. The last tip I have for you for cleaning your produce is to avoid using soap and cleaners on your produce. Those cleaners are meant to clean your dishes. They are not meant to go inside your mouth. They will make you very, very sick. The CDC does not recommend the use of any cleaning product for washing your produce. The current recommendation is simply soaking, or my preference, using running water to rinse your produce and storing it using the appropriate food safety guidelines. In the description below, I've linked the CDC recommendations for food safety if you have other questions. Thanks for checking out the video. Please wash your hands, be safe, and I'll see you in the next one.